To God be the glory. At this time, sons of God, as every other time, we hear reviews. Reviews from my wife and also my family. At this time, my wife's going to come forth. She's going to share from her heart what our Heavenly Father has shared with her concerning His Word, enabling His promise. Miss Denise Blue.
Enabling the promise of the Father. I remember when my husband, he asked me, he said, what do you think, that means? How do you enable the promise of the Father? And I thought, well, it's by trusting and believing and doing what you know to do in that process. And what I got today was the enabling of the promise from what my husband was talking. Was it has everything to do with how we present the Father, and how that we are His representation, and that others need to be able to see and honor and reverence God through what we do as the children of God, as the sons and daughters of God. Based on how we present Him determines on the kind of level of respect that they'll have, and honor and reverence and fear of the Lord. If we act however we want to act, then why should we reverence that God? But when people see the promise of God being enabled in and through us, in Him, as my husband was saying, in Him, it's like, wow, there is a God. And now, and I think about the story when he was threatening the 3 Hebrew boys, and he said, I'm going to throw them into the fire if they don't bow down to me and worship me. And, the people that was in the presence of the king, they tricked him into creating this decree that forced them to do that, knowing he had them in charge over different providences in his kingdom. And then this law came about that affected them. And now because he sealed it, he has to go forward with it. Well, if they don't bow down to you, you said you're going to burn them up. And when he took these 3 Hebrew boys, they said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to bow to you. And they went and they threw them into the fiery furnace. But when the king looked, he said, wait a minute. Didn't we throw 3 men down there? Now I see a 4th one that looked like the Son of Man, the Son of God. And those 3 boys were delivered out of that fiery furnace. And as a result of that, and him seeing that, the king witnessing it for himself, he said, oh no. Now the entire kingdom, everybody bowed to their God. Everybody worshiped their God, because their God is the only true and living God. And that's really, that's what I got out of the message, that when my husband was talking about us being sons of God, the daughters and sons of God, it's how are we representing our Heavenly Father? How are we representing Him? And that's what I got from hearing this message today. So thank you, and here's my husband.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for that testimony. At this time, Sarah, why don't you come up here and share your thoughts? Let the world know what the Father has helped you understand concerning His Word, enabling His promise. Okay, got you? Okay, speak to your generation.
What I got from my dad is that you don't need the wrong things to be a son of God. You just need to enable the Father's promise. And if you... And that's what I got.
Okay. That explains you're listening to the Word right there, doesn't it? Hannah, come up here and share what the Father has taught you concerning His Word. Enabling the promise. To your generation.
Hi, today what I learned from my dad today was that the Father, He promises you that He will give you all of your heart's desire, as my father said. He will give you all your heart's desires if you act and be like Him. And I just want to tell you this one thing. Lots of things have been happening throughout my life that I wasn't very happy about. And when I just went straight to the main source, God, and I just pray to Him almost every step of the way when I have a little struggle. And my dad prayed for me just last night because I was breaking out in a rash. But every time that I have a problem, I just go straight to Him. It just magically appears like the healing or just whatever's going to fix that situation. And basically what I learned today was that if you want God to do something for you or to give you certain things, basically your heart's desire, then you need to act and do things like Him, and that's what I learned.
Okay. So it's your level of hearing also. Good job. For both of you. All three of you ladies. Let me share what the Father has given me for His clothes.